My name is Enolia, and this is My Challenge Is.
Is my daughter's sadness linked to hormones? She looks lost and not motivated, and she's socializing with people just like her.
It is not hormones that actually is impacting your daughter to be sad and lost and not motivated, and also impacts her to look for these kind of people exactly like her. She is going through an identity crisis in her teenage years, and she is going through what we call deep emotional pressure of identifying who I am, where do I belong, where is my purpose in life. And this is why you have noticed this change. This change is very dangerous if it's not handled properly. It is very different when somebody goes from this kind of identity crisis and deep emotional pressure to I found out what I need to know and I'm moving on and I go forward. A lot of teenagers, that included me, got trapped at this age of not understanding how can some people be happy. Think of deep emotional pressure as an infectious disease, something that can be taken. When somebody is really sad, got really a problem, feels unmotivated, there is question that they have deep down that they might not even know how to express. Not as a child, you don't know what questions to ask. So in this kind of situation, the rest of the family can be, yeah, we're happy, we're going on vacation, yeah, let's put the happy song. Doesn't work like that. Immediately, you notice that the entire energy in the house got cut off. And yes, you have noticed with the right way that she tends to be clinged to people like her that are lost, unmotivated, and in a deep emotional pressure. And usually, misery loves company. This is exactly how you can call it. And more she stays stranded in that situation, harder it will be for her to get. And some people get stranded like me for almost 3 decades in that situation. Best thing you can do is try to pull her out. Now, you're not going to pull her out without knowledge and without making it a reason why. So many people say that we're going on vacation and we're going to have some fun. Yeah, vacation is 2 weeks in every 3 months, 6 months, a year. You expect people to be happy for 2 weeks and then for the whole year, a month, what? So it doesn't really work like that. Happiness needs to come progressively because right now she doesn't believe that happiness even exists. She does not going towards happy people and excited people. She goes towards other ones that have probably more problems than she has, more questions, more emotional issues that she has. So it needs to be progressive, and we need to see if she is willing to climb that progressive ladder. This is exactly why we have this program called How Life Truly Works. It's a 27-day program where each day, teenager and the parent in the same time gets a 3-minute lesson of life, and they need to talk about it. Because you don't know what knowledge she's missing, that she can't break that barrier and she stays in that situation. You don't know what she doesn't know. But guess what? More she goes towards people who are ignorant, more ignorant than her, but don't know anything, and they're there for a longer period of time, more she's going to cut off from what she needs to know. And more she's going to be ignorant. And then it's going to be a huge difference. We see this all the time. People who have been in decades, like I have been, in deep emotional pressure, they're wondering is like, how can happiness even exist? And if you are asking this question, you're usually not going to learn how to be happy. unless something major happened, like a major event in your life, like a traumatic event. So we don't want to get there. We have to see if she's willing to learn for 27 days a lesson each day, progressively, each day by day. If she's willing to listen, I know they don't listen to the parent. This is exactly why we have this program that we teach into the teenager and the parent in the same time. But on the other side, you guys need to have a conversation. You have to have a conversation about it because it's your relationship you're trying to build. And it's because you can tell us, okay, my daughter has been missing this lesson. I didn't know I have to teach her the other lesson of life. And if she's willing to learn more, then there is more to learn. If not, it's just not the right time for. It is considered a very difficult age, but only because the child doesn't really listen to the parent. And the child doesn't listen to the parent because the parent hasn't proved to the child yet that they know how to help them. So it is not a difficult age. And this is why we're teaching this. And you only have to figure it out if the child knows or doesn't know these kind of things. Because they are trying to find their independence. They are trying to find their way. But they don't listen in the same time to the family members because it's a familiarity trap. This is why we teach it. And we make it easier to open conversations between them. But my main point here is the following. Do not let her stay in this situation for too long. More she stays in, harder is to get out. If you teach these kind of lessons to a child aged 10 to 12, we have noticed that they don't even get to this situation later on by 14, 17, because they already have all the keys of life they need to pass through it. So they don't have these stoppers, if you will, these speed bumps in their life. And faster she gets out of it, faster she can find her purpose in life, her true potential. And I know this looks like, oh my God, it's like some of us, we didn't find our purpose in life until we're 40 and the other ones until we're 60. But guess what? In an accelerated generation like this, they can do it faster than us. We just have to give them all the keys. And we are programmed to think that, oh, we're going to figure it all out like we did in 4 or 5 decades. This is exactly why we're in this situation right now. Because they want to figure it out faster. So we need to adapt our way of thinking, give them these lessons of life as fast as possible, give them the opportunity to escape because they can only escape, figure out where they're missing some keys, and off they go. So here is, first of all, a mindset of a parent. Very simple. You want to let them figure it all out and then lose them in one way or another to a mental situation, or you want to act right now and take charge. And if you do it, we know how to do it at the Anti-Depression Institute. It is fully your choice, and we're hoping that you're going to resolve the situation as soon as possible. You're listening to My Challenge Is podcast with Anna Lanier. If you have a challenge in life, and if you would like to get your answer for free, make sure you go to mychallengeis.org for your free answer.